Hi, I'm live. Am I live? What's up, Facebook people, Facebook family? I'm going to wait a couple of minutes until we build our audience, because right now I don't think there's anybody on here. Or maybe can you see it on your phone? Let's see. I haven't done live in a minute. Edward Neville. Carlos, what's up, Carlos? Okay, people are joining. So I'm at a broker preview right now in San Clemente, and I wanted to go live. I think a lot of people don't know all of the things that are involved when an agent is listing a house. Like, I think a lot of people think that you just get a fat check and you just put it on the MLS and don't do anything. And that's quite the opposite. So today I went with Georgina Esquivel. She's kind of shy. This is her first Facebook Live. Georgina.
Hello.
And we went to a, what is it called? The morning meeting. So it's a broker.
It's a broker's meeting.
Basically a broker's meeting. It was in San Clemente, and there were 1 million people there. Maybe not 1 million, but how many people were there? Like at least 100?
100, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a pretty big turnout. And then you go to the meeting and you learn about area real estate news, and then all of the people that have properties, they go up in front of everyone and they present a property, just like Georgina did. Georgina, come over here. No, she said, come on. Okay, well, then I'm going to turn the camera around.
No.
So no, don't do it. Okay, well, why don't you just come tell me about your property really fast? No, just come over here. You can't do it. Okay, so Georgina, she got up in front of all of these people like a badass, and she said, hello, everyone in San Clemente. My name is Georgina Esquivel, and I have a property I'm going to be presenting today from 9:30 to 1, and it's located at 48 Alberger in San Clemente. It's 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square feet, 3,000 square foot lot. It's listed for $830,000, and it is phenomenal. Like, you cannot not love this house. So she's going to get up there and she's going to sell her property, and then when the meeting ends and all these other 45 agents have presented their properties. So it was a pretty big list of properties today. 45, that's a lot. So everyone gets up there and talks about their property and how wonderful it is, and everyone networks and laughs and has coffee and stuff like that. And then the meeting gets out. And then if you have a property that you are presenting, you go to the property and it's all spruced up, and then you take goodies for the hungry agents when they come through. Because agents love goodies, right? We love cookies. We love croissant sandwiches. We like mimosas, but I think that you can't have alcohol on broker previews. I don't know. Is that a thing in Orange County? Can you? No, I don't know. In the Inland Empire, we do sometimes, not all the time. Okay, so you can see this is it started up in Dana Point. So Dana Point all the way down into San Juan Capistrano, and then into San Clemente. So there's a lot of properties that you're going to be looking at. And let me just kind of show you the house here. So this house, it would probably go for, it's in like a cute little community. It would probably go for, how much, Georgina? I'm going to get her on camera. How much? 8. Are you purposely hiding from me? Yes. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do with you? Okay, so it would go for about $500,000 to $600,000 in Rancho Cucamonga. What I found since I moved here, the beach property is insane. Like Newport Beach, how much would this house be in Newport Beach? Like $3 million or something. Newport is really expensive. In terms of affordability for beach communities, San Clemente still has a really great value, and you can get into stuff for under $1 million. Like $700,000 is probably about the lowest, but this property is priced at $800,000, which is a very popular price point. Georgina has had the property on the market for 2 weeks and does not have an offer. And typically, if you have, in this market, you have a house on the market and it's priced right, it's going to go into escrow in a couple of weeks. So Georgina originally spoke to the seller about price and how important that is, and the seller didn't listen to her 100%, and you know, that's okay. Sellers hire us, we advise them, but they have the ultimate decision on what to do. We largely advise against going with what they think it should be listed at, because a lot of times pricing out of the gate is so important. You want to hit the ground running with your best foot forward, and when you hit the market with a really great price point, right now what happens is it actually winds up going for more. It's just like this natural, you can't sell your house too cheap because demand dictates price. So you put a house on the market for $700,000 and it's worth $800,000. It's not going to sell for $700,000. It's going to sell for what, you know, what the actual market price is. Okay, so Georgina, come closer. I'm not going to put you on camera. You're cracking me up right now, though. Okay, so Georgina, tell me, when you took this listing, like what were all the steps that you took to get it to the market? Just like some bullet point steps. Well, you did the listing agreement.
Correct.
And then you did a website for it.
Correct.
And then pushed that out to try to get exposure that way.
Correct.
And when you put on the MLS, did you sync it with Zillow and Redfin and all of those?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
There's kind of been a controversy lately about whether or not that's a good thing to do, because MLS drives a lot of traffic. And what happens, it seems like, is that we're getting less and less sign calls as a result of Zillow and Redfin. I don't know if you guys, I forget who I first heard that from, but a lot of agents are withholding their listings from Zillow and Redfin. And what happens is you get sign calls that way. Because people, whenever they're on Zillow and Redfin and they drive the property, they're not calling the listing agent. They're calling who's ever the agent on Redfin or on Zillow. So that's why people have seen, you know, their sign call conversions go down a lot. Had you heard that before?
No.
No? Okay. So when you first took the listing, how did you determine what the price would be?
Whatever has sold in the area.
So you went with the comps.
Correct.
Did your comp check, and then went to the seller. And what did you think like the sweet spot for this property would be?
I think this house should be selling around $815.
$815,
Yeah,
and then it's listed right now for $830. $830. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens on the broker preview is that you get foot traffic. You get all of these other agents that come by, and they run around your property and check it out. And they're so nice. Like everybody we met today, I don't have all the cards of everybody, but how many people came through? About 15?
About 15.
Yeah, 15 people came through, and they looked at it. They give their input. Sometimes property is not selling, even when it's priced right. Sometimes properties don't sell, and that's often when agents will, you know, have a broker open to get feedback and say, hey, I know it's priced right. What's going on? Why is it not selling? But typically price drives the sale. Price drives the sale. If it's priced right, it will sell. So all the brokers come through and check it out, and then Georgina's very, very proactive in engaging them and asking for their input. What are some of the questions you asked? Because you were you didn't let anybody walk out that door without hitting them up. Like, yeah, what do you think? Tell me your opinion. So what are some questions that you asked them?
No, I just asked them what do you think about the price, and everybody says the price was good, the property is good. Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of time, I guess.
Yeah, and another agent had mentioned that she had a property in this neighborhood, and it just took a little bit longer to sell than what they thought.
Yes.
You know, sometimes that happens, and as an agent, you just keep hitting it and marketing it, and, you know, she's doing open houses. Tell me, how often do you get buyers from open houses? How often would you have an open house and sell your own house?
Not that often.
Not that often?
Usually we just do an open house either to get more sellers or buyers.
Okay.
But, I mean, it does happen, but not that often.
I've heard that a lot. I don't do, you know, I am a real estate broker myself. I specialize on the home loan side of the business. And often I see agents doing open houses as a marketing technique Number one, to satisfy the seller, and number two, to try to get listings from the other homeowners in the area and get exposure. It's pretty fantastic when you can double in your own listing from an open house. I mean, you talk about a realtor's dream. That's a realtor's dream right there. But it doesn't always happen. But the MLS, getting a property on the MLS and having the right price sells the property. What are some other questions that you ask them besides price? There's like some condition they'd mentioned about that the property looks really nice. Like they didn't have anything negative to say about the property.
No, that it was chunky to move in.
So that's what a broker open is like. You want to see our snacks? They're not like all extravagant.
No.
Cookies. See, it's just basic. That's all you need. And there's so many leftover cookies. It's a good thing I don't like cookies. Georgina does. And then like little sandwiches or whatever. Sometimes when you've got a really high-end listing, the agents really go all out to present the property and have all kinds of extravagant goodies sitting on the table, which that's always fun. I know one of my favorite open houses to go to is, I think he was on here earlier, Jason Swodek's open houses on his like $1 million or $1.2 million. There was one in Claremont one time that I love that house. Okay, so we're at the end, and I think my work here is done. I'm just saying. Do you guys have any questions? Let's see. No questions. I know. It's not really like a question type of a thing. So I guess that's it. You got some more work to do today, Georgina?
No, I guess I'm going to go clean up all this.
Clean up the mess and head home? All right. Well, I'm going to go have lunch in San Clemente. Somebody told me about this amazing place. I might even go check out the pier, because why not smell the roses, right? All work and no play, that's no fun. And then I'm going to go home to Newport Beach, and I'm going to work, and then I'm going to hit the gym tonight. So I'll see y'all later. Okay, I had it in live video.
Oh my God, you're pretty good.
Okay, if you end the live video, you choose to say okay.